Alright. Hi, it's Gerriann with scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and today we're working on some cards for the scrap beach. I'm in a swap where I need to make 2 sets of 6 cards, and so that's what I'm working on now. So I'm enjoying kind of sitting and chatting and putting those together with you guys. I could only dream that our school district would ever get it through its head that the fact that they segregate kids with disabilities is just detrimental totally to the kids themselves, not only the kids with special needs, but the kids without special needs, and that really what's happening in our district, and what I believe, especially when I run into those parents who tell me, you know, well, your kid takes up so much class time, or, you know, this, or maybe he just shouldn't be there. And I bring it back to money. And I look at the parents, I look at the school, and I'm like, so basically you're setting up my child to be forever supported financially by his peers. And with a parent, I'm like, so it's okay that they segregate my kid, your kid don't learn to work together, and that your kid will financially support my kid for the rest of his life. When if they learn to work together now, my kid could support himself. And the parents are like, whoa, you just said my kid was going to financially support yours for the rest of your life. And I'm like, that's what the district is doing. They're saying my kid's not capable of learning and they can't learn to work together. So yeah, it's a messy situation, especially when you've got a kid like Harrison who doesn't care to please anybody. Doesn't care whatsoever. And my kid's had tons of early intervention. He is verbal. We went to see the person who diagnosed him when he was 4, and I kid you not, she opened the door to kind of see us and everything, and she had to pick her chin up off the ground because he greeted her, he talked to her, he wanted to know what she wanted him to know, you know, what kind of games they were going to play. I mean, he was all about who are you and how does this work. And I'm sure when she first saw him, she thought he's not going to be very verbal. He's not, you know, that kind of stuff. And so it's pretty cool that we are where we are. It's just a matter of making the best choices for Harrison. And that and protecting him from getting a violent label on top of it, because he's not properly supported. Then on top of that, what happens is he gets frustrated and will be verbally loud, or he'll thump a table or something, and the whole, like, you know, everything is off at that point when you got a kid who is going to hurt somebody. I don't even think that my district really thought my kid was an autism kid until he had a meltdown at Christmas time at school finally, because he had never had one at school. Never. So you are very lucky that your school district believes. It's also cheaper. It's cheaper. It's cheaper on the district. It's cheaper in the world. It's just cheaper. But I think the thing is that it's just hard because they don't respect what we want. We can do it. We've been doing it. We know how best to do it. And it's like, you know, for 2.5 years, I was the parent you would love to have. I did bulletin boards for the teachers. I did all kinds of photocopying. There were art projects because I prepped everything for the teacher. You know, so there was lots of things that the kids got to do because Harrison was in their class, because I was always there. So, yeah. So at this point, we're just kind of working on where do we do, where do we go, how do we work it. And, you know, the first piece is to have an unbiased opinion, and that an unbiased opinion of where Harrison's abilities are, and, you know, a professional opinion on if they're even going to be better, you know. And it's normally not the classroom teachers, it's the special ed, administrators who have to kind of determine who, how the money gets spent. And I completely understand that. Don't like it, but I understand. So, all right, let's see if we can find some flowers that will work. Yeah, well, and you know what? I will be the first person to tell you that my husband and I made the choice. Harrison did kindergarten 1 year, and I fought with the district so horribly much that my kid learned nothing, and he lost a bunch of skills that he had when he came in. He regressed. They were like, he's not ready to write yet. And I'm like, my kid wrote his name when he came in. And so we voluntarily held him back in kindergarten. And I will tell you that in our case, it was a good choice. The problem we're running into now is the expectations, because our school district does kindergarten. You have to be 5 before the day school starts or something. Then what happens is you get those kids who are just barely 5. And my kid's birthday is at Christmas time, which is, he's almost 6 months older than a regular kid anyway in the class. And so the problem comes up with trying to actually make it all work. But one of the things that's really kind of nice is that we have applied for and been accepted to a parent co-op program. And we should have actually been in the program already, but because of our unique situation with fighting with the district and stuff, there were some things that got kind of lost in the shuffle on purpose, if you want my honest opinion. But the fact is that our school just has, for the entire state of Washington, our school in my neighborhood has the Principal of the Year. The school keeps getting wonderful nominations and awards and all of that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, really? I'm not going to move him somewhere where the rest of the people, it's just silly. It's just silly. Not when we live 5 blocks from school. So, hey, Annie.
Hi.
I'm broadcasting. I'm kind of doing my thing. I finished my tags for the scrap beach swap, or no, the paper trail swap. They turned out really pretty.
Okay.
What you doing?
I was thinking of looking for something we could put on the barbecue tonight.
Okay. There's lots of stuff in the freezer. I think there's steak in there and stuff too. So.
Let me see what I can find.
Here's my tag. You want to see?
Yeah, I think you showed those two.
No, these are new, because these are the ones I finished already. These are the second ones. So this swap is all done now.
Actually, let me go take care of Harrison.
What's wrong with Harrison?
He's good.
So anyhow, life is good. You just kind of take it and you do what you think is right. And I haven't been wrong yet when it comes to him, so that's a good thing. At least I don't think I've been wrong yet. Once we finish the assessments and stuff, they may say, Mrs. Armstrong, you really need to lighten up, but I don't know that they will. Oh. Yeah, you know, again, the trick is that he tells us, you know, he's pretty good at letting us know what he wants and needs. So as long as we just kind of keep an eye out and listen. The thing is that the neighborhood kids all want him to. You know, we were out and about the other day, and they were all like, Harrison, we haven't seen you in forever. Where have you been? You know, and when you get that kind of reaction, you know that you've made the right choice. When the regular kids are all like, where have you been? Why haven't we seen you? So we're considering the sending him back part-time. And that for the specialties like PE, music, library, some of the stuff that I know he can manage, and then leaving the other stuff to us. So it's just a smarter piece. So I did all of the laundry. Well, you know that because you took care of the bucket. Huh.
Okay.
I said I did all the laundry.
Uh-huh.
Do you need me to do something for you?
Not really.
Okay.
Carson's in the shower.
Okay. Did you guys go for a walk?
Kind of. We scooted.
Oh, cool. You know what? Since the car is damaged, I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need cash for the bus tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get any cash when I was out and about today.
Okay.
So either I'm gonna have to go do that, or you can go do that. We just have to decide who's going to do it. And I need singles. You know where?
I can get cash while I'm at Albertsons getting hamburger patties.
Sure. Did you get the barbecue cleaned up? Awesome.
It's clean enough that I'm willing to use it.
Is it clean enough that I'm willing to eat things off of it?
Yes, it is. It's that same thing that I've been saying for the last 2 years is if we could get different grates, get new grates, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Okay.
What we have are still plenty good.
Right, it's just a matter of... Okay.
We'll last this season. Next year we'll probably...
We'll definitely need them.
Yes.
So Kathy just asked, when I asked you if the grill was clean enough for me to eat off him, she's like, good question. Yeah, I live in that world, Kathy. Kathy is a school teacher in Canada. And she's got kids with special needs in and out. Her school district does full inclusion. Of course, progressive, cheaper, better. But you know. So anyway. Yeah, I keep using up stuff. Are you impressed?
Mm-hmm.
You're always impressed, huh? Normally.
Yep.
Now I have to find one more butterfly. Or something that resembles a butterfly or something, because I have a purple butterfly, but you know what? I'm going to do one of these. Yeah. So you're thinking you would like hamburgers?
I think that'd be good.
Okay. We need buns and stuff too.
Well, you got buns upstairs.
No, I threw them out because they were growing.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
We pick up a package of English muffins too. And I'm gonna make hard-boiled eggs. Did you fry up all the bacon?
Mhm.
No, good. Okay, so I was gonna do the bacon too with the hard-boiled eggs. So yeah.
We have 3 dozen hard-boiled eggs.
Well, we have 2.5 dozen hard-boiled eggs. So wow, we're gonna have like hamburgers for Easter dinner.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have some pork too. We'll make some bacon to go with the deviled eggs. Do we have enough mayo and stuff too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tail end of that regular mayo and more than half of the olive oil.
Okay. Awesome.
Would you like me to pick some of that up too?
No,
Okay.
I just kind of want to be kind of limited.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to, you know. Ugh. Alright, so there's this guy. I had to have an extra butterfly, so this will be a fun butterfly. It's one of the Michael's butterflies. Alright. So
Yes, I think we're good on mayonnaise.
oh wow, 2 more in the stockpile. Somebody must have had a coupon. Ha ha ha. All right. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and put some score tape along these ones. Yeah, I'm going to have to go make some deviled eggs soon. I've been kind of craving them since I made the egg, you know, the hard-boiled eggs. I was really looking forward to those today. So I'm going to finish these cards up and then we'll have one traditional thing on Easter this year. Oh. So, well, in April is Autism Awareness Month, and we have our city does a proclamation and everything declaring it Autism Awareness Month, and so we're going to go do that tomorrow night. But I should be back in enough time to broadcast because I am going to be making a mini album using this stamp set from Close to My Heart. It's the new stamp of the month this month. It's really cute. So I don't necessarily mind cooking so much as I do the cleanup piece. That I wish some days would just happen on its own. So, all right. And then these little guys are going to go in the top part. Those don't bother me too much. Actually, I kind of like that part, especially if I'm going to cook for group of people. I really like that. And I guess that was kind of why I was a little disappointed we didn't make it to the Tri-Cities this weekend, because I enjoy going down there and doing meals and stuff with my mother-in-law. So I'm wondering if Mr. H thinks he's going with Dad or if he's going to stay here with me. So have you created anything fun lately? Are you working on anything? Oh. You know what we did when my son was in kindergarten? We got some paper plates, the little itty bitty paper plates, and I took a bunch of punches in and let them all punch the little circles and stuff, and I took the cuddle bug and we ran them through and we made flowers. I had tons and tons of extra cardstock and all kinds of things. We used the construction paper. It was so cute. And then all we did was cut up the some green grass. We ran it through a shredder. Some green construction paper, we ran it through a shredder to make it look like grass. And so then you had like this cute little bouquet that said Happy Mother's Day and everything on it. It's really cute. Actually, 3 years later, 2 years later, 3 years later, it's still on my refrigerator because we tied a piece of ribbon at the top so that they could hang it. If I find a minute, I'll run up and get it because it's really cute. And of course it was made out of construction papers and popsicle sticks, so it's kind of fallen apart, but it's really cute. So I don't know what grade you've got for kids, but it was a lot of fun and the kids really liked it. Like I've always brought my stuff in there. Yeah, oh, it'd be perfect for that age group then. Really perfect because it's really cute. I'll run up and get it in a bit. Yeah, Harrison really likes it. I got the Big Shot and I hadn't even used it until today. He's used it completely. So let me go grab it. It's cute. okay. Now, mind you, it's like 3 years old and it's very faded. So this is what it looks like. And then the flowers, I really need to glue these back on. The dollar store had like popsicle sticks, you know, like the 300 for whatever. So here's one of the flowers. Oh yeah, all of the flowers are, yeah. And then they just glued buttons, you know, or you could glitter or they could color them. But if you see, you can see the Cuddle Bug. They ran them through the textured stuff with the Cuddle Bug. And then this stuff is just, like I said, shredded green. See, here's a little itty bitty one. The cool thing is that the teachers punched a bunch of flowers, so the flowers were all in little baskets, and then they let the kids use the Cuddle Bug to run them through and stuff. I think the teacher and she had a student teacher the year that we did these, and I think they had more fun playing with them than the kids did, just because it was fun, but it was also, you know, it was something that they could definitely do. So let's see. So yeah, there's just this gup of paper and that, and then I think that they could make like, I think they could do like 6, and it worked out really good. And then they just ran labels through the printer that said Happy Mother's Day. And then I just punched a hole and tied a ribbon in the top, and so it hangs on my refrigerator. So I'm gonna put my son's name on the back. It's just cute. It kind of reminded me of a window box. I have no idea where I saw it, so. But it was fun, and this is the stuff that you don't get when your kid is in a segregated special ed classroom. Yay! It would be really cute, just the popsicles stuck into some styrofoam too. You could do just one in a styrofoam cup and use it that way too with just a bow. Because this would be cute in just a styrofoam cup with a couple of leaves and a bow. So I have lots of little kid stuff like that. The problem is that I've had a lot of people who were like, oh, you really should go into teaching. It would be so great. You would enjoy it so much. And I'm like, really? I don't think so. I would have a hard time with the administration who would tell me I couldn't do things my way. Second of all, I'd be stuck with other people's children who have no manners some days. And while I know that you just kind of set it all up for success, I just really never wanted to work with kids like that. So I became a social worker instead. And really, when I work at the work where I work, some days it's like babysitting anyway. So So, yeah. There are lots of great people in the world who can do that. I get easily frustrated. And then, of course, well, and then, of course, you would end up dealing with a parent like me, and that would be the end of it. I'd be like, really? This mom's right. Let her have what she wants. The district would be like, yeah. You know, my biggest thing, one of the things that I just wanted, I wanted what every other mom wanted. I mean, I didn't know Harrison had issues until, you know, he really started showing issues. And we didn't have anybody in our family who had a kid like this that I knew at that point, you know, was struggling in the way that we were. And so it makes it really, really difficult. And Harrison's one of 5 kids born the same year in my family. And that's hard too, because, you know, everybody kind of gets excited about what their kids can do and everything. And my kid, you know, sometimes it's like 3 years later he's doing something that the other kids were doing. And that in itself is really hard. And that, especially now that we have littler ones than the 5, and they, you know, some of the things that they do is, you know, are just now doing. Harrison is, you know, just now doing, and he's, you know, 3-4 years older than them. And I can't, you know, their parents are just being parents. They're just excited. But, you know, it is hard. It is really hard. And sometimes it's more on my end than it is on theirs, or their parents, or our family in general. It's just one of those things where you kind of stand back and it's just very easy to see. I mean, you don't stop longing for something that isn't there. You know, there are days that I just am like, could you just be semi-normal? You know, could you just figure it out for 10 minutes, you know? Or maybe even just, not even so much figure it out, but just be motivated to figure it out. So, I'm not sure if my husband and my son left, or if just my husband went. Oh, you're still here. My dog is barking his head off. Oh, that's awesome. Nope, my son's upstairs. For whatever reason, the dog is outside barking his head off. He must be hunting eggs or something somewhere. when I finished high school and was a nanny for a couple of years back east, I originally was planning on being a teacher. And the woman that I worked for had been a teacher at one point, and she's like, all of her nannies who came wanting to be teachers left wanting to be something else. And that was really when Oprah started kind of turning on to more social issues that she was covering on her show. And I remember one day watching her show called There Are No Children Here. And I ended up, that's kind of why I became a social worker, was pretty much to help the families make positive choices to get out of poverty so that they could move forward. And that by helping the parents make better choices, the children's lives would be impacted that way. But then I didn't have to do any direct kid work. So you know, when I started out doing homeless and housing in Spokane, and I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved doing homeless and housing. And about 4 years ago, I had to stop because Harrison needed me. And at that point, I was running the social services department, the whole programming for the Salvation Army here. And we had built a building. We had a brand new shelter that was going in. Brand new building for the shelter. The program itself had been established for quite a while and stuff. And so that's where I ended up going. So I started out in homeless and housing, had a pretty big caseload when I worked community-wide. Then I moved over to the Salvation Army, and I had an opportunity to impact lots of people in different ways. So, and now I work for a program that does corrections kind of stuff. So I work on call, which means I kind of go in and work when I am able and when it works best for my family, which is really nice. But I don't have anything like that. I do a lot with the Autism Society of Washington, so I've got a lot of families that I kind of work with there, doing some mentoring and lecturing and stuff. I like that though. Kind of keeps you in and fresh, but not tied. You know, I'm better than I was before. Before we made the decision in January to pull my kid out of school and do the homeschool piece until we could kind of figure out where he was and where we were going, I really was kind of paralyzed in lots of ways. And now, even though it's not easy, and I absolutely hate homeschooling, it's a means to an end at this point. But we'll get there. But I'd like to be able to drop my kid off at school and not get called, and you know, have it all just kind of work and be and everything that way. So, all right. So I've got the trim all in the bottom parts. Uh-oh. Now I just need to line these up and squish, and voila. I hope that they're nice enough for the swap. Yeah. Well, and I appreciate that piece, but I just, you know, my son still has some bathroom issues that that the school just doesn't want to deal with either. Honestly, I don't want to deal with them either. So, you know, but nobody wants to deal with them, and Harrison doesn't care. So, thanks. I think they turned out pretty good. Yeah, I would get called every day by 10:30, 11 o'clock to come and deal with the bathroom issue. And my son's issue is that he just wouldn't stop what he was doing to go. The problem is that they made a determination that my son could only be served in a special needs segregated classroom at another school. And therefore, if we weren't going to do that, then they don't have to provide any other assistance. So the fact is that they didn't want to spend money to help with, you know, making kids successful and that within the bathroom realm. But then again, they weren't. Yeah, it's definitely a touchy piece, which is why we're where we are. And everybody knows it, and they know that I'm not going away. They just are. I'm sure everybody is just kind of like, oh my gosh, what is she going to do next? Because everything that I've done has been proven that it works, and it works. It's a best practice, first of all, but it works with my kid, and it would work with the other kids. These turned out really, really cute. Yeah, they don't play nice here at all. And it boils down to money. In a regular general ed classroom, my child is probably the one that would need the most help, but in a special ed classroom, he would be the one who is the least likely to get as much assistance. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I can tell you, you know, my son's signs are as big as life. I mean, it is huge. You can see it. There's no guessing. So yay, last one. I have to find some envelopes for these. Actually, I think I might find some typing paper and make some. We had worked so hard with my son to ask to go to the bathroom, or at least not have an accident, that the second time in kindergarten he figured out that they just didn't want him to pee his pants at school, which was great. And he did that. He decided that he was outside, went to the bathroom outside, ended up with like notes home from the principal and all that kind of stuff. And I remember going in, I'm like, okay, well, if you take away his recess, you're just punishing yourself. And that, so, you know, make him sit out for, you know, free time or whatever at the end of the day. And then I went to the principal and I said, honestly, I don't think I told him he couldn't pee outside. I said, for years we've been trying to get the kid to pee anywhere but his pants. So we didn't care if he peed outside. So that is my funny story there, because that really was one of those things where it was like, that's not his fault. All right, well, I want to pull these around so I can take a photo. Yeah. Hey, how are you? I'm just finishing up my cards for the swap on the scrap beach. What time did you think you were going to go? Okay. Awesome. All right. Now I have to figure out some envelopes. Yeah, I'm here. I've been like yapping myself up for like 3 hours and 20 minutes. I think these are the right size. Oh, hi. All right, so I need to find some envelopes or figure out how to make the envelopes for these. Thank you. They are my cards for the Scrap Beach swap. And I finished my second set of tags for the tag swap over on Following the Paper Trail. So I'm down to one more set of cards. For that. I think this is my favorite. I like the orange one. I have enough bandwidth, so it's not me. Yeah, I couldn't get on Monday night to save my life. And that Monday night I had everything was the way it was supposed to be, and I could not get on to broadcast at all on Monday. It was awful. All right. So, yay. All right. So I have to make one more set of cards. Oh, I was so mad. Although I did figure it out by broadcasting via my cell phone. So that at least alleviated a situation of my son being completely upset. I don't know. But I do know that feeling, because really, I was there. I was so there. I need one more card. Did you get it? All right. Somebody's guruing the internet. These turned out really pretty. And they're equal cards to boot.
Putting together a shopping list.
Okay.
Patties, buns, there was something else that...
I need cash for the bus.
Cash.
Like $20, please. I know. It just crazy.
Anything else?
I have everything to make deviled eggs. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I have my list.
Okay. Okay. I like naughty Nellies. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do next.
I think Harrison's okay upstairs. Okay.
Yeah. I'll go up and check on him if he wants to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These apparently I put together for some reason. 6. 7. 8. Oh. I feel you. And you didn't really miss anything. I just kind of cleaned up a little bit. I made some cute little cards. I just been working on a few different projecty things that are due soon. Trying to decide 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna use more stuff from my stash, which makes me happy. What? All right. Wow, I've been broadcasting an hour again. Wow, that went fast. All right. So now I need, let's see here, those 5.5 by 5.5 inch cards. Yep. I'm gonna grab my trusty little thing here. There's a couple of cards I got. A Magnolia Ink magazine, and it has some really, they do a lot of square cards, and so I thought, oh, that would be really cute to look and do. Everything they do is square. Oh, I like this. It's a twist card.
Can't go right now because more skid marks.
Okay.
So I'll stay up there and watch them. And
oh, I can be done for a while. It's not a big deal. I can be done for a while. I'm gonna make deviled eggs, and I mean, you know, it's not.
Whenever you're done. Whenever you're done.
All right. Well, you let me know what you, when you are ready to leave. Will you tell me?
I'm on no big timeline here, so.
Okay. Will you tell me when you're ready to leave? I don't know if Kathy's still around. She might be. I know that with the new way that Ustream kind of goes, it lets you kind of look and see what's going on at lots of different places. I think, I think I might do this card, but that means I can't use these. So, but I can use the envelopes. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do this cute card up here in the corner. It's kind of a twist card. So let's see if we can figure that out. It's a special talent. I can like look at things and see how they're supposed to look. Ah. All right. Thanks, honey. 1, 2. 3, 4. 5, 6. And I have to make 6 for the swap. However, I'm making 8. 1 for my box, and then 1 as a gift. Actually, I have a card order. So, okay. So, when my husband lets me know he's ready to leave, I will need to go upstairs and manage the child. Then again, I've been on for 3 hours, so. All right. Oh, you're welcome. My family is. They're just hanging out, so they're happy. Fun. Oh, you're over in Europe, UK? Is that it? All right, I'm going to read the directions. Ireland, yeah. Yeah. It is only 3:45. All right, so we'll only screw one card up here. Okay. So it looked like if we do that same thing. Okay. Now to come up and sit this way. Right. I like the little paper bag thing off the side for a tag. Might have to make a smaller one. You know, we we do. However, the problem is that on Friday night we were on our way to my in-laws who live about 2.5 hours away from us, and we hit 2 huge deer with our car. And so I technically should be with them right now, but because we took out 2 deer and the whole bit, it was it was definitely a different piece for Easter this year. So we're down to 1 car. We normally would have done family or that kind of stuff. It's just last minute everything. So we're kind of hiding at home. Okay, I'm thinking these are a little too big, so we might have to make our own. So those are the same size. Okay. Oh, but maybe that might be cute if I put... Yeah, kind of hiding. I have more of this paper somewhere. I just have no idea where I stuck it. Yeah, nobody was hurt really bad or anything, and so we really are very lucky. The only people who were really hurt were the deer. And they were totally splat. Well, I have a thought. Well, that might be pretty. Yeah, this is, I don't normally buy die cuts with a view paper very often. It has to be something amazing when I do. And this was one of them. So, I've been making pink and brown cards. Maybe I should make some turquoise. I really like this yellow one. So if I can find something to go with this, maybe that will be what I will use. I made a really, I did one of Laura's books, Laura over on Following the Paper Trail, with this paper. And so some of the pretty ones, no, I kind of looked at it a couple of times and then thought, no, I don't know that I would use it. I made this book. Laura at Following the Paper Trail did this album. And it's got flaps. And I haven't really finished it yet. But this has got the Precious Moments guy on it. And then some page things. You know, so this is what I did with the paper. I fell in love with the paper. I really liked it. So. Thanks. I think we're gonna go for blue. I really like this piece, so I'm gonna use it too. They all coordinate together. We'll pull these out. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get one done and then we can come back. See, there's a solid. You're welcome. Good night. All right. I think gonna have to go flip a laundry here pretty quick. There's 4. I'm gonna need to run upstairs in a minute. There's 6. Okay. Alright, I'm going to run upstairs really quick. I'll be right back. All right. Well, I need to go up and help upstairs. So, not that I don't want to stay and play. I just need to go up and be the mom for a few minutes upstairs. So, I am going to go ahead and sign off for a little while. I have a plan for what my card's going to look like. And I'm going to try and be back on later tonight. And that. So, thanks a lot for coming to hang out, and I'm gonna go do the good stuff. All right, it was nice to chat with you too, Kathy, and I'll see you later. I'll be back on later. All right, bye.